Archangel Michael says, God is saying, listen closely, because this message is being delivered to you in a moment where heaven knows your heart is searching for clarity. God is telling you that someone is warning you about a person whose name begins with the letter N, and this is not a message to take lightly. This is not something to skip, postpone, or ignore. This is a moment designed, timed, and aligned for you, and heaven is urging you to open your heart completely. God wants you to know that you are protected, you are safe, and you are being guided with love. Nothing will go wrong with you because God is surrounding you with divine safety, but you must trust Him, believe Him, and pray. This is an urgent spiritual message meant only for you, and as you read it, you will feel a soft pull inside your spirit, as if heaven is gently touching your heart and saying, pay attention now. God is saying that recently your spirit has been restless, not because of fear, but because you sensed something shifting around you. A whisper. A sign. A strange feeling in your intuition telling you that someone's true intentions are being revealed. You have noticed small things, subtle changes in someone's tone, unexpected reactions, sudden coldness, or unusual curiosity about your life. These were not coincidences. These were signs that heaven allowed you to feel in advance. God is saying someone cares about you deeply and has been trying to warn you, because the person whose name starts with N carries energy that is not aligned with your destiny. They are not necessarily evil, but they are surrounded by confusion, jealousy, misunderstandings, or hidden intentions. And someone around you, possibly someone who admires you, someone who prays for you, someone who doesn't want you hurt, is trying to make you aware of this. Archangel Michael says your soul has been touched by this unseen alert. You might have noticed that every time you think of this person with the letter N, something feels off, like your spirit hesitates. You may feel a mix of doubt, sadness, or sudden heaviness, even if you don't know why. God sent that feeling. It was His gentle protection. It was His way of saying, my child, be careful here. Not fearful, just careful. Heaven is not trying to scare you, heaven is preparing you. God is revealing that this person whose name begins with N has been masking their true feelings or hiding parts of themselves from you. It may be jealousy, judgment, secret doubts about you, or a hidden intention that they don't want you to see yet. But heaven sees everything. Heaven hears what was said when you were not there. Heaven sees the emotion someone hides behind a smile. Heaven knows the plans someone makes in silence. And now the truth is being brought into the light, not to harm you, but to protect you. God says you must trust your intuition. It has been speaking to you louder than usual. Your dreams, your random thoughts, your moments of sudden uneasiness, they were not coming from your mind, they were coming from God. They were hints, small signals pulling you toward awareness. Heaven is urging you to stay alert because someone near you has been carrying a heavy confusion about you. They admire you, but they also fear your success. They care about you, but they also envy your light. They want to be close, but they do not know how to handle your spiritual growth, your blessings, or the favor God placed upon you. Their name beginning with the letter N is not a coincidence. It is divine identification. God is making it clear so you cannot miss the message. Archangel Michael says there is someone who wants to protect you from this situation. Someone who has seen something you didn't see. Someone who heard a remark, sensed an energy, or noticed a behavior that concerned them. They might have tried to give you hints, small warnings, gentle suggestions, cautious advice, but maybe you didn't take it seriously at the time. Or maybe you felt like they were overthinking. But now heaven is clarifying everything. That warning was real. That concern was divinely inspired. That message was heaven's way of reaching you through another person. God says you are safe, but you must be aware. Safety doesn't only come from hiding danger, sometimes safety comes from revealing truth. God is not exposing this person to shame them but to prepare you. Your destiny is too important. Your blessings are too close. Your spiritual journey is too precious to allow hidden energy to interfere with it. This person with the letter N may not even realize the impact of their own actions. They may not know how their words affect you. They may not understand how their doubts or jealousy create spiritual imbalance around you. They may not know that heaven is watching their thoughts. But God is stepping in not to punish them but to protect you from unnecessary emotional storms, misunderstandings, or disappointments. God wants your heart to stay soft, peaceful, and aligned with divine guidance, and this is why God is saying, don't skip this. Don't delay. Hear me now. Your spiritual journey is moving into a new phase. Blessings are forming around you, doors are opening, and breakthroughs are aligning. But with every new blessing, there is always a shadow that tries to get close. God is blocking that shadow by revealing it ahead of time. God is preparing you so that you walk wisely, confidently, and peacefully. Archangel Michael says that he has been guarding you intensely. He has been standing near your home, near your energy, near your dreams. You might have felt unusually tired, unusually emotional, or unusually sensitive recently. That was because Archangel Michael was clearing spiritual interference from around you. He was shielding you from negativity, keeping you safe from misunderstandings, protecting your reputation, and keeping your path pure. God says He will not allow anything to go wrong with you. You are safe. You are guided. You are protected. But you must remain prayerful. You must trust Him. You must allow Him to lead your steps. Everything you are feeling right now is part of your spiritual sensitivity awakening. You are becoming more aware, more connected, more intuitive. You are learning to understand the quiet voice of God within you. And that is one of the greatest gifts heaven can give. God says this message is not a warning of fear, it is a message of clarity. It is not about danger, it is about protection. It is not about negativity, it is about spiritual truth. And this truth is arriving right on time. Someone with the letter N has energy that is not matching your elevation. Someone with the letter N is dealing with inner conflict. Someone with the letter N has talked about you in a way that did not reflect their true feelings. Someone with the letter N is being watched by heaven, not judged, but observed, because their hidden actions matter. And God cares too much about you to let anything confuse your spirit. God says you must distance yourself emotionally for a moment. Not permanently, not dramatically, but gently. Pray for clarity. Pray for peace. Pray for understanding. Because heaven will show you exactly what you need to know. Something will unfold. A truth will reveal itself. A small sign will confirm everything you felt. And when it does, you will understand why God sent this message so urgently. Archangel Michael says he is standing beside you right now, placing light around your mind, around your emotions, around your home. He is removing fear, removing confusion, removing spiritual heaviness. He is strengthening your heart so you can handle the truth with grace instead of pain. God says your heart has been hurting lately, not because of events, but because of spiritual pressure. This message is releasing that pressure. You are stepping into clarity. You are stepping into protection. You are stepping into peace. God says you will rise above this. You will not be harmed. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are chosen, blessed, and surrounded by angels. Your prayer is your protection. Your belief is your shield. Your trust is your power. God says, "My child, breathe. I am with you. I am guiding you. And you will not fall." The truth about the person with the letter N will unfold gently, safely, and divinely. And when it does, you will look back and say, "God warned me. God guided me. God protected me." You are safe. You are loved. You are covered in God's light. And heaven is working in your favor right now. Archangel Michael says, God says, God is saying this to you in this moment for a reason you may not fully understand yet, but your soul can feel the urgency behind these words. Someone is warning you about a person whose name begins with the letter N, and heaven is not letting you ignore this any longer. Do not skip this. Do not delay. Do not tell yourself you will read it later. Open this fully with your heart, because what is being revealed in these next moments is meant to protect you, guide you, and prepare you. God says you are safe, you are protected, nothing will go wrong with you, but you must trust Him. And you must pray as you receive this message. This is an urgent spiritual message for you, meant to reach you now, not tomorrow, not next week, not someday. Now, God sees everything that your eyes cannot see. God knows everything that your heart has been sensing in silence. God knows the people who speak your name with love and the ones who speak it with jealousy, confusion, or hidden intentions. And right now, God is sending you this message because a person whose name begins with N holds an energy around you that heaven cannot allow you to overlook. You may already feel something when you think of this person. Maybe a discomfort. Maybe a worry. Maybe confusion. Maybe a sense that something is off even though you keep trying to pretend it's nothing. But God says it is something. And He wants you to understand it before it becomes too late to see clearly. Archangel Michael stands beside you as these words reach you. His wings are not calm right now, they are moving with urgency because he has been trying to get your attention for days, weeks, or even months. Michael has been trying to speak to your spirit through signs, repeated thoughts, sudden emotions, intuitive chills, dreams, or unexpected shifts in your relationships. And every time you felt something unusual about this person with the letter N, that was not your imagination. That was not overthinking. That was not fear. That was guidance. That was protection. That was heaven trying to show you the truth before you step deeper into something that could drain your peace, confuse your path, or delay your divine blessings. God says, "Listen to me, because I am speaking to your soul directly. You have a destiny that is bigger than what you see right now. You have blessings that are coming toward you. You have opportunities that are being shaped in the unseen. You have shifts that are forming around your life. And when someone is moving toward their breakthrough, that is exactly when the enemy tries to plant someone in their path to drain their energy, distract their heart, or confuse their direction. The person with the name beginning in N is not evil, but their presence in your life right now carries an energy that does not align with where God is taking you. There is something they are not telling you. Something they are hiding. Something they are uncertain about within themselves, and it spills over into your energy the moment you connect with them. Archangel Michael says he has watched you ignore the small signs. He has watched you explain away your intuition. He has watched you silence yourself because you don't want to seem rude or unkind. But heaven is not calling you to be rude. Heaven is calling you to be wise. You have been too kind to people who did not carry the same intention in return. You have allowed people to stay close to your heart even when they were not carrying the qualities your spirit needed for peace. And now God is saying, "Enough. You must open your eyes. You must remain alert. You must not step into the next season with blind trust, especially towards someone whose spirit is not yet aligned with your growth." God says that you are entering a season of elevation, restoration, breakthrough, and answered prayers. But with every elevation comes a spiritual evaluation. Heaven checks the people around you. Heaven checks the motives behind those entering your life. Heaven checks the ones who admire you and the ones who envy you. Heaven checks the ones who smile at you but hide something behind that smile. God is not exposing this person with the letter N to scare you. God is exposing them to prepare you. Because what they are saying behind your back, what they are contemplating in silence, or what they are unsure about could affect your peace if you don't stay aware. Someone has been trying to warn you. Maybe a friend. Maybe a family member. Maybe a stranger. Maybe your own inner voice. Maybe a moment that didn't feel right. But that warning was real. God says you heard it but did not fully accept it. You brushed it aside. You tried to believe the best. But now God is bringing the warning again, louder, clearer, and directly to you. This time, you cannot ignore it. This time, you must not skip it. Archangel Michael says that this person with the letter N may love you, may admire you, or may be drawn to you, but they are carrying an internal battle that could spill into your spiritual space if you allow them too close. They are uncertain about their future. They are confused about their own identity. They are hurt in ways they haven't healed. And while you may feel compassion for them, God says compassion should not replace discernment. Discernment is the spiritual shield that protects your soul from emotional burdens you were never meant to carry. God says that you are safe. Nothing is going wrong with your destiny. Nothing is going wrong with your life. But there is a shift happening around you, and part of that shift involves releasing or distancing yourself from anyone whose energy is unstable, unclear, or quietly conflicted. God is not telling you to hate this person. God is telling you to observe them, to step back, to protect your heart, to watch their actions instead of their words, to pay attention to how you feel after speaking with them, to notice what changes in your spirit when they enter your thoughts. God says the truth is already inside you, but you have been scared to acknowledge it. There is something this person is saying about you indirectly. Something they are suppressing. Something that makes them act differently when others mention your name. They may be jealous of something you have. They may be confused about their feelings. They may be influenced by someone else. They may be fighting between loving you and resenting you. But whichever it is, God does not want you walking blindly into a situation that could drain your spirit. You have a destiny. You have a calling. You have gifts. And the light in you is powerful. That is why people are drawn to you. But that is also why some people become intimidated, insecure, or inconsistent around you. The person with the name beginning in N cannot decide how to handle the light you carry. Sometimes they admire you. Sometimes they distance themselves. Sometimes they speak with love. Sometimes they speak with confusion. Sometimes they uplift you. Sometimes they say things that don't feel right. That inconsistency is not from God. It is a sign. Archangel Michael says you must protect your energy for the next few weeks. There is a breakthrough coming toward you, and you cannot afford emotional distraction. There is a blessing preparing to enter your life, and you cannot allow someone else's unhealed energy to interfere. God says prayer is your shield. Discernment is your guide. Awareness is your protection. God wants your heart open to love, but not open to confusion. God wants you to trust people, but not trust blindly. God wants you to be kind, but not at the cost of your peace. God wants you to be connected, but not attached to the wrong spirits. And this is why the warning is coming now. Because the moment you distance yourself emotionally, spiritually, or mentally from this end person, clarity will return to your life. Peace will return. Strength will return. Confidence will return. You will feel lighter in your soul. You will breathe differently. You will think differently. You will see opportunities that were hidden behind emotional fog. God says He is not removing people from your life to punish you. He removes them to protect you. Sometimes the ones you think you need are the ones blocking the blessings meant for you. Sometimes the ones you feel connected to are the ones carrying hidden energies not aligned with your spiritual path. And sometimes the ones you trust easily are the ones who unintentionally bring emotional weight you are not meant to carry. You have been praying for clarity. You have been asking for signs. You have been begging God to show you the truth. And God says, this is the truth. This is the sign. This is the clarity. The person with the name beginning in N is not someone you need to fear. They are simply someone you need to observe. Someone you need to keep a little distance from. Someone whose influence needs to be limited until they heal, until they grow, until they stabilize their spirit. God says, I am with you. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe, protected, and guided. But you must listen. You must trust. You must open your spirit to what heaven is showing you. Someone has been warning you. And now heaven is confirming it. You are stepping into a new season, one of blessings, restoration, unexpected opportunities, and divine favor. But as you rise, you must protect your heart. Protect your peace. Protect your spirit. And stay away from anything or anyone that confuses your intuition. God says, trust me, pray to me, and keep your spirit open. The truth is unfolding, and you are being protected every step of the way. God says, this moment is not ordinary. This moment is reaching for you with a pull that you can feel in your chest, because something in the unseen realm has shifted and Archangel Michael is standing close to you, speaking through the quiet places of your spirit, asking you not to ignore this message. God says He has been trying to get your attention gently, softly, lovingly, but today the message must come with urgency, because someone connected to you, someone whose name begins with the letter N, has been mentioned in the spiritual realm. This is not to frighten you. It is to awaken you, to protect you, to prepare you for something that has already been set into motion. God says that you are safe, that nothing will go wrong with you, that His power surrounds you like a shield, and that Archangel Michael is already guarding the path ahead of you. But God also says that He needs you to listen closely, because the signs that have been following you are not coincidences. They are confirmations. God says that recently you have felt something unusual when you thought of this person whose name begins with N. Maybe a sudden heaviness, maybe a quiet discomfort, maybe a strange moment of hesitation, as if your spirit knew something your mind had not understood yet. God says He placed that feeling inside you on purpose. It was a divine signal. A gentle tap on your heart. He wanted you to notice. He wanted you to pause. He wanted you to sense that something around this person has shifted in a way that He does not want you to overlook. Archangel Michael says this person has been appearing in your spiritual atmosphere more than once, and that is why the angels brought this message to you now. God says, "My child, this is not a coincidence. This is a divine warning wrapped in love, protection, and clarity." God says, He sees everything, what you cannot see, what was said behind closed doors, what was whispered in the dark, and what was hidden behind smiles. God says this person with the initial N is connected to an energy or intention that you were not supposed to carry. Not because you are weak, but because your destiny is too valuable. You are stepping into a season where blessings are preparing to locate you, where doors are about to open that were closed for years, and where prayers you whispered in silence are being answered in ways you never expected. God says there is a reason He is protecting you so intensely right now. You are on the edge of something big, something beautiful, something life-changing. And because of that, He cannot allow anything or anyone to interfere with what He has ordained for you. Archangel Michael says he has been observing the energies around you, and he has been instructed by God to stand between you and anything that tries to disturb your peace, your blessings, or your spirit. God says that this warning is not about fear, it is about clarity. It is about revelation. It is about preparing you to walk with confidence, knowing that God is exposing what needs to be exposed and revealing what needs to be revealed so that your path stays clean, your heart stays safe, and your destiny stays protected. God says that this person with the initial N may not even realize the full spiritual weight of their actions or intentions, but God does. God sees the unseen motives, the hidden emotions, the quiet jealousy, the confusing thoughts, or even the innocent misunderstandings that could lead you into the wrong direction. That is why He stepped in before things could grow into something heavier. God says He stopped this situation before it touched your life deeply. He blocked what could have drained you. He softened the impact of something that was forming behind the scenes. He prevented you from stepping into a situation that was not aligned with your purpose. God says He wants you to breathe right now. Because you are safe. You are protected. Your life is wrapped in divine light. Nothing negative can overpower the shield He has placed around you. But He needs you to pay attention to this message, because He is guiding you into wisdom, discernment, and spiritual understanding. God says you have a gift of sensing things before they happen. You may call it intuition, but God calls it divine sensitivity. You feel things deeply and quickly because your soul is connected to heaven more than you realize. God says this connection is the reason He is speaking to you so strongly today. God says that the angels have been trying to show you signs, unexpected thoughts about this person and sudden dreams, moments where their name appeared when you were not even thinking, a strange pull or push in your spirit. God says this was not random. This was divine signaling. Archangel Michael says you must not ignore these signs anymore. The spiritual realm is trying to help you, guide you, protect you, and keep your path clean from any confusion. God says that your heart is pure. You always try to see good in people. You always try to give chances. You try to understand rather than judge. You forgive even when it hurts. You love deeply and honestly. But God says that this purity sometimes makes you overlook the small signals He sends. That is why today He is speaking loudly, clearly, and urgently. My child, pay attention to the person with the initial N. God says He is not exposing this to bring worry into your life. He is exposing it to remove worry from your life. He is revealing it so you can walk with clarity instead of confusion, with peace instead of uncertainty. God says your destiny is too important to be interrupted by anyone who is not aligned with His plans for you. God says He is shifting you into a higher spiritual frequency. Your blessings are coming. Your breakthroughs are approaching. Your season of answered prayers is opening in front of you. And because of this, He needs your heart to be protected from any emotional distractions or spiritual disturbances that could delay what He has planned. God says this is a divine clearing, a spiritual cleansing, a realignment of your path. He says you must trust Him, because He is removing what was never meant to stay. Archangel Michael says you have been walking with a light inside you that attracts both good and questionable energies. Some people are drawn to your spirit because they see your kindness, your potential, and your rising destiny. But some are drawn to you for reasons that even they cannot explain, reasons that are not aligned with the divine plan. Michael says this person whose name begins with N is connected to a wave of energy that is not meant to mingle with your spiritual growth. God says He is bringing you truth wrapped in mercy. He is showing you something before it becomes something bigger. He is teaching you how to trust your inner signals, because your inner signals are divine. Your intuition is not a guess, it is a spiritual compass designed to guide you away from trouble and toward blessings. God says you are stepping into a divine elevation. Something you have been praying for is close. Something you have been waiting for is already being prepared. Something that has been delayed is finally moving. And for that blessing to enter smoothly, He needs your heart, your energy, and your spirit free from any unnecessary entanglement. God says He knows that your heart is gentle and that you may wonder whether this person means harm intentionally or unintentionally. God says it doesn't matter whether they know or not. What matters is that your destiny must stay protected. God says He has already seen a situation connected to this person that could have drained your emotional energy or created confusion. That is why He stepped in early. That is why the angels brought this message urgently. That is why this message reached you at the right moment, because timing matters. God says He is not only warning you, He is guiding you. He is teaching you to move with grace, wisdom, and spiritual strength. He wants you to respond with calmness and clarity, not fear or worry. He wants you to trust that if someone is not meant to be close to your heart, He will gently shift them out of the center of your life. God says sometimes He protects you by revealing, sometimes by removing, and sometimes by redirecting your emotions before they go too far. God says the person with the initial N may come with mixed emotions, sometimes warm, sometimes distant, sometimes confusing. And that confusion is the sign. God says He does not operate in confusion. He operates in clarity, certainty, peace, and alignment. Anything that disturbs your inner calm is not from Him. Anything that makes your spirit uneasy is not meant to stay. Anything that creates emotional imbalance is not aligned with your blessings. God says He is protecting your future from unnecessary emotional storms. Archangel Michael says he has been standing guard over your life, ensuring that your spirit remains strong. He says you have been chosen for something great, something beautiful, something meaningful. And because of that, heaven takes every detail of your life seriously. God says that in the coming days you may see small signs, perhaps a shift in communication with this person, perhaps a moment of clarity, perhaps something that finally makes you understand why He brought this warning to you. When this happens, God says do not doubt. Do not question yourself. Do not overthink. Simply trust the divine timing. God says your future is bright. He is guiding you step by step. He is removing obstacles before they reach you. He is preparing blessings before you ask. He is sending angels before you walk. He is watching over you with love, protection, and grace. God says you must not ignore this message. But you must also not fear this message. This is a message of protection, not panic. A message of clarity, not confusion. A message of guidance, not distress. God says, "My child, I am with you. You are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. Trust me. Pray to me. Listen to my voice, because I am guiding you out of what could have troubled you and into what will bless you." Archangel Michael says you are surrounded by divine light and guarded from all sides. Your path is protected. Your spirit is shielded. Your destiny is safe. God says everything will fall into place. All you need to do is trust Him and keep your heart open to His guidance. God says, Archangel Michael is standing beside you right now, and his voice is firm, urgent, filled with divine weight as he speaks your name with such power that even the air around you seems to shift. He says that God is giving you this message at this exact moment because something hidden is finally coming into the light. He says, listen carefully. Someone is warning you about a person whose name begins with the letter N. Do not ignore this. Do not skip. Open this quickly before it is too late. And as these words echo around you, God wraps you in a blanket of protection so soft and strong that every fear, every anxiety, every doubt is silenced for a moment, because God wants you to know, nothing will go wrong with you, you are safe, just trust God and pray to Him. This message is long, deep, and urgent because the spiritual realm has been watching something unfold around you for a while. And today, finally, God is revealing it to you. Not to scare you. Not to burden you. But to free you and lift you into the blessing that has been waiting for you for so long. Archangel Michael says that the person whose name begins with N is connected to an energy that has been affecting you without your awareness. Sometimes it comes through their words, sometimes through their silence, sometimes through the way they look at you, sometimes through the way others speak about them. God says that heaven has been observing everything this person has been doing behind your back, the conversations, the intentions, the emotions they carry toward you, and today God wants you to know the truth so you can step into clarity and divine safety. Michael says this person with the letter N was not sent to destroy you, but they have been carrying confusion, jealousy, attachment, or spiritual interference that has been clouding your path. God says, I am not giving you this message to create fear. I am giving you this message so you can rise above what you cannot yet see. This is why heaven is telling you to open this message and receive it fully, because your destiny, your peace, and your blessings are too important to be tangled with someone whose energy is not aligned with God's plan for your life. Archangel Michael says that for many days, your spirit has been feeling strange signals. You may have felt sudden discomfort around certain people, or sudden thoughts that felt heavy. You may have experienced unexpected delays, emotional ups and downs, or moments of feeling drained without explanation. God is saying, these emotional shifts were not random, they were signals. And while you may not know exactly who this person with the initial N is yet, God says that the revelation will become crystal clear in the next days. You will either hear their name again unexpectedly, dream about them, think of them suddenly, or see something about them that makes your spirit pause. God says, when that moment comes, trust that I am confirming what you already know inside. Michael says that this person with the letter N has been struggling with their own inner turmoil. They have been battling thoughts, desires, or fears that have spilled into their energy toward you. And even though they may not intentionally wish you harm, the spiritual interference coming through them has been affecting your journey. They have been a source of emotional confusion, delay, or spiritual blockage, sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly. God says that someone close to you or someone watching from a distance has been trying to warn you, through hints, through silence, through subtle gestures, or through sudden conversations. God is saying, pay attention. Someone around you has already sensed something about this person, and their spirit is trying to alert you. You are not alone in this. Heaven has been observing the whole situation long before you even felt anything. God says this message comes with urgency for a reason, not because something terrible will happen, but because your breakthrough is near, your blessing is close, and anything connected to confusion must be cleared before you step into the next chapter of your destiny. Archangel Michael says that your spirit is too pure, too open, too sensitive, too connected to divine purpose to be entangled with someone whose heart is unstable or whose intentions are questionable. God has been protecting you in ways you didn't even realize. He shielded you from bad conversations, hidden jealousy, spiritual energy that could have drained you, and situations that could have created unnecessary pain. The letter N carries weight in your destiny right now. God is not revealing this to scare you. God is revealing it so you can walk with awareness and spiritual clarity. Because once the truth is revealed, the confusion that has followed you for months will break instantly. God says that you are stepping into a season where He will open your eyes, strengthen your intuition, and guide you toward the truth with divine precision. Your dreams will become clearer, your inner voice louder, and your discernment sharper. Michael says you do not need to confront anyone. You do not need to accuse anyone. You do not need to cut anyone off prematurely. Just stay calm, stay prayerful, stay connected to God, because God Himself will expose the truth gently, clearly, and unmistakably. God says, you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. I am with you. Just trust me. Your life is protected. Your heart is protected. Your destiny is protected. God has already gone ahead of you. Archangel Michael is standing guard at every doorway of your life, watching over every path you walk, and ensuring that no negative intention gets near you. Michael says that this season of your life is not about fear, it is about revelation, alignment, and divine clarity. God is removing confusion. God is removing hidden interference. God is removing emotional burdens that did not belong to you. God is removing spiritual ties that were draining you. God is removing any shadow energy connected to this person with the letter N. This is why you were led to this message, not by accident, not by coincidence, but by divine timing. God says that a massive shift is happening in your spiritual atmosphere. A cleansing. A clearing. A breaking of old cords. A lifting of heavy energies. A renewing of your spirit. You have been praying for clarity. You have been asking for signs. You have been wanting direction. You have been waiting for answers. This message is one of them. Michael says that something new is coming into your life. A new blessing, a new opportunity, a new connection, a new cycle of peace, and anything that is not aligned with God's plan cannot follow you into it. The person with the initial N will reveal their true intentions soon, through their words, their actions, their silence, or their sudden distance. And when it happens, your spirit will recognize it instantly. But you will not be harmed. You will not be confused. You will not be misled. You will not be shaken. God has already gone ahead of you. God has already placed protection around you. God has already declared victory over this situation. This message is the final divine confirmation that you are being guided, protected, and lifted into something better. Michael says, do not fear this revelation. Embrace it. God is bringing you the truth because He is preparing you for your blessing. God says, I am with you. Nothing will go wrong with you. Just trust me and pray to me. This is your moment of clarity. This is your moment of protection. This is your moment of awakening. This is your moment of divine intervention. You are safe. You are protected. You are loved. You are guided. You are chosen, and God will not let anything or anyone, including the person whose name begins with N, interfere with what He has planned for you. Your breakthrough is near. Your blessing is close. Your spirit is rising. Trust God. Pray. Stay aligned, and watch how everything becomes clear in the days ahead.